everyone, I'm Damian Holbrook from TV Guide Magazine and TV Insider, and I'm talking with Jen Padalecki, who I haven't talked to in ages. It's so good to see you. Um, so much is going on. You've got so much going on. I want to talk about Take Only What You Need.
Yes, yes.
So this is your sustainability project.
Mhm.
Where did this come from?
It came from initially from when we started having kids and just wanting. I've always cared about nature and the environment, and I think especially when you have kids, you want to raise them in the best possible environment and give them everything that you possibly can and leave the world in a better place. And so it really started when we started having kids, and then as my kids were growing and getting older, and then we had our daughter. I started talking with a couple of friends of my co-founders, Kelly Mickle and Charlie Capon, and we decided we really needed to find a platform that was sort of this intersection of people and planet that was, sort of providing resources for burnout because it's such a doom and gloom environment, and it's like all or nothing, or it's like you just what's the point? So we wanted to find a space that was providing resources and uplifting people in the sustainability space as opposed to shaming or making people afraid.
Because it can be overwhelming. It can
It's
you
very,
think like, how do I switch all this stuff? And through the site and your Instagram, you provide really great hacks for just swapping out certain, things for a sustainable option.
well, thank you. And that's the point. That's what we're really trying to do right now. Our We've really been talking about all of those things and trying to showcase that and show it in our daily lives. I think it can be so overwhelming on where to start in the sustainability and climate change. Like, what can we do? It seems like this nebulous idea, but it's something that affects everybody every day, and everyone's temperature and what they can do is really different. For me, I'm a soil geek, so I love learning about where our food comes from and then the impact of where we source our food from. For someone else, it might be sustainable fashion. It might be, with our vehicles and transportation. So everyone is so different in that space. And so it's really important to provide different resources and experts. And so that's what we've, been trying to do and make it relatable because, if it's not relatable, like why,
Right.
someone may not pick up on it or want to do
And
it.
and that's why I love, like, on the landing page for your site, it says like no patchouli, granola, or Birkenstocks required, because you
Exactly.
think, like, that's the audience, but then
Right.
every one of us, like you said, like, because that's it. I think a lot of people think, like, if they have to do, like, if they're going to do sustainability, it has to be 100% everything.
Yes.
Like, you
Everything.
give up your leather belts and meat, and
Yes.
get the electric car.
Well, and see, right there, it's confusing because you don't have to give up any of those things. It's about where we source them or how can we offset that, right? I know Neutral Milk, for instance, is a great example where it's a carbon neutral milk company that's pretty amazing, where they source cows and milk and dairy from regenerative farms, which is basically a carbon neutral farm. It's a natural process in farming where you use certain animals and you rotate the crops, and it's a whole other thing that I love to geek out on.
So what have you been doing this summer with all of this?
We're really trying to build out our website and provide a platform where we're going to be talking to more people. We're going to engage our audience more, and we're really hoping to build out our store and provide those products, which is also kind of a bit of a asterisk of we don't need more things, but if you need it, buy it.
Right,
So it's
right.
kind of also another
But that's the thing, like,
thing.
if somebody wants to get like a sustainable water bottle or something, and they just like,
Yeah.
this is a site where they can find out where to get those.
Yes, and I will say it's very thoroughly researched. I come from a place of I don't know a whole lot. I just care. So
Right.
I'm kind of your everyday consumer of I care, but like where do I start? And then we have amazing, like my co-founder Kelly Mickle is an award-winning journalist. Everything is with so much thought and care and research. So everything that we do talk about or that we are going to promote or that we are going to sell are things that really have been well thought out, not just like, yeah, this might be great. And there's a whole, range too of like why it might be great or what it's helping and how it's helping.
Nice. And
Yeah.
now you got this incredible bookshelf behind you. You just mentioned Pogue's book. You have a book club still, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
What is it? What is our September title?
That, you know what? Normally I'm really well. I planned in advance. I actually have two right now that we're thinking about, so hopefully stay tuned for next week. I've had a lot of fun with August because with August, I thought it'd be really fun to talk about a couple of different books that have been sort of fun, like a book that changed that I um, thought, I judged it by its cover, which is actually David Pogue's How to Prepare for Climate Change. It's phenomenal, like a phenomenal book, and you wouldn't think it. It looks very overwhelming. It's a book that, like summer reads and that sort of thing.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, stay tuned for September.
And are you just like getting like hit by every like publishers? Or are they just being like, have a look at this? Or like, are you on Book Talk? Because
Oh
that's
gosh,
where
I
I'm getting
know.
all my information.
I love book talk so much. I mean, honestly, like I think I am getting hit with publishers and I absolutely love it. And I love getting hit with new writers and new books and stuff like that because I feel like it's so important to read. I went to Tisch and I will never forget, it wasn't the acting advice that I remember the most. It was actually Benicio del Toro came and spoke to my class at Stella Adler. And he said that you should read every single day for at least an hour. And so I've always sort of kept that with me of whether it's a cereal box or a throwaway magazine, or if it's, like a kid's book, whatever it is, just read. So keep reading. And if it's something you don't agree with or you do agree with, but like understand why, but keep reading. And so I think it's just to me, that's always something that stuck with me. And also uplifting our writers who work
Mhm.
so hard and to think about this story and tell this story and the journey of all of that. I just love
And
so
how
much.
fun is it to watch the kids like kind of elevate into the reading space of going from like
Yeah.
picture books to chapter books to like actual, like graphic novels and then books?
It's so phenomenal. Our daughter, who's 6, she will actually put herself in timeout so that she can read.
It's
Um,
great.
it's really, really, it's kind of a pinch me moment. It's really cool. And then the kids had a sort of contest over the summer where they have to get a certain amount of minutes reading done for school. And if they hit the goal of like 1,200 minutes, they get, I think unlimited access or, to the books. And Shep, our middle, I think he read over 16 or 1,700 minutes, which were really, like that was all
Oh,
him. And
yeah,
and so yeah, it's cool. It's really
that is
neat to be
so
in this space
cool.
with them. Yeah, yeah,
Listen, Jen, thank you guys. Thank you so much. You guys do not go to it's TOWWN.com.
yeah,
Take
yep,
only what you need. It's so good. Is you can sign up, you can get information. You follow the Instagram because again, those hacks are so spot on, especially because like I'm a consumer and it
yeah.
just becomes like it starts to feel kind of gross.
Yeah, it's
You
just
know?
overwhelming. Yeah, so it's just nice having that guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So thank you for that. Thank you for
thank
the
you.
time. And I
Thank
will
you.
definitely be talking to you again soon, okay?
We can't wait.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much.